So, brothers, I suppose that the gospel reading would have very little to do with us, talking about the whole question about the levirate law and marriage and so on and so forth, except to say one little thing, that the people who brought the issue to Jesus are Sadducees. Now, of the various groups that existed, religious movements at the time of Jesus, it is from the group of the Sadducees that the chief priests came. If you like, our ancestors in the New Testament are the Sadducees. Very interestingly, it is this group of people who don't believe in the resurrection. For them, there is no afterlife. Of course, it's from a historical reason. The Sadducees only accepted the Torah, the Pentateuch, the priestly corpus. That was their Bible. The Pharisees would accept the prophets and the writings and even some of the other literature. Sadducees, only the priestly corpus. And since the question of the resurrection does not appear, at least not explicitly in the Pentateuch, only begins to appear around the book of Maccabees and so on, they did not believe in the afterlife. Have you ever encountered a priest who does not believe in life after death? Oh, of course, every Sunday we all recite the Nicene Constantinopolitan Creed. And don't be surprised that ever so often you find a priest does not really believe in the afterlife. Or really believe that there will be retribution, that we shall have to account for our life after this life. And ever so often, that part of the creed is forgotten. It's a priestly problem. The problem of the one who is so close to the issues of the sanctuary, divine things. I feel that heaven is here. There's nothing else to think about. And the truth that we must wake up from that danger. And that's not really my focus for this particular reflection. There was this beautiful reading from the second letter of Paul to Timothy. Timothy, true son of Paul, whom he encountered most probably on his second missionary journey in Lystra. Timothy, together with Silas, will accompany Paul. Together they will be the first missionaries to Europe, going through Macedonia, the north of Greece, through Achaia, the south. Strong bonds and relationship between Paul and Timothy. And Paul now writing this letter to Timothy in these words which are immortalized in our minds: fan into flame a gift you received when hands were laid on you. They sound very priestly. Then Paul continues, for you did not inherit a spirit of fear or timidity, the Greek word delia, but of power, dunamis, and love, agape, and self-control, sophronimos. Power and love, self-control. Now, three virtues seemingly no problem. We don't have a problem with power, with love, or something. Except that when you begin to take a second look at what Paul is saying, you begin to wonder, wait a minute, what did he say? The gifts that we received when hands were laid upon us were power and love. But if you give anybody power and you add love and you don't add self-control, give a man power, give him love, and don't add self-control, those two gifts will destroy him. Think of the parish priest who has power, or the bishop who has power. The same as the politician who has power. If he does not have Sophronimus, that wise ability to control the power which is in his hands, or the ability to control the emotions of love, will be a disaster. And Paul says, for these reasons, I want you to be witnesses of these things. An interesting word, materia. The Lord says, look, if you want to control these gifts that have been put into your hands, you're going to be like a martyr. It's no easy thing to control power, or to have a grip on the emotions which arise in your bed at 10 p.m. You have to go through a daily martyrdom to control them. He goes on to say, for this reason I've been made an apostle, a preacher, and a teacher. For these I'm suffering. Now, in preaching these homilies to you, let it not sound for a moment that I am above these struggles. I say them because we are fighting through them, each one of us. How to juggle the power of ordination that has been put into our hands, abundant love that flows through our veins, and how to cut them with self-control. And ever so often you realize that you don't really have control over them. Ambivalence of the power which has been put into your hands. Serpent, the rod. The power for good, the power for evil. How do you control it? And today, Paul, in an interesting fashion, speaks to Timothy and says, I thank God that I can say these things to you with a pure conscience. I wish I could say the same to you. Paul is to be admired. Say these things to you with a pure conscience, he says, and not without struggle, not without suffering, not without materia. It's the price to pay for the gift that has been given to you.